are strong. You interlace your 10 fingers down to the webbing and your grip is to your chin. With your inhale breath, you're going to pull the air in through the nose.
I started yoga about 6 months sober, and after coming here for about a year and a half, I started to notice how much of the recovery community came here to practice, and I had an idea that if they ever wanted me to promote the yoga class to the recovery community through sober living, that I would be more than happy to do that. And slowly, I have brought people in to have the experience. They're starting to see the benefit of it and how it's helping them in recovery, and they're starting to bring their friends.
The reason why I started teaching yoga was to help others, because the transformation in myself has been so profound that it's really what my desire was as a teacher. The mirror is what set it apart for me. You're forced to confront yourself, and yoga is self-awareness pretty much. You start to notice how you're treating yourself. You start to notice your negative habitual thinking patterns.
I was so beaten up, and my body felt so toxified that I would come in and I would sweat all this out, and it's almost like I just leave all that stuff in the room. The mirror, I was so scattered in the beginning, I don't even know if I knew there was a mirror in there. In a sense, I knew it was there, but I was so wrapped up in my head, that the heat allowed that to kind of, I'm gonna get a few minutes of peace, and that's really why it kept me coming here.
The beginning of class, for everyone really, I feel like it takes a little while to warm up. It takes a little while to quiet the mind down. At first it's uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable. They're in front of a mirror. They see themselves 100%, and it's uncomfortable, especially people in early recovery. Their system is overrun by fear. So it's all about facing the fear of self. I remember the first year I practiced, I couldn't look in my eyes. I couldn't look into my own eyes. I still had a lot of negative feelings about myself, and it was a process. It took a long time. But when you can really look into your own eyes with intention and with love, that's huge.
They always say it's an inside job, and in yoga, really right from the beginning, I was repairing myself. I could tell from the inside out. I was able to, just the breath alone in the beginning, and I had high blood pressure, I had high liver counts, I had kidney issues, and within a year, I could really feel the difference. And it allowed me to take a break from life and my children, and to come in here and to connect to that, and to know that it was happening on the inside. And for me, that was huge. I had to become aware of who I was, and as Kelly said, that self-awareness aspect. What it comes down to is for addiction, or myself and a lot of people, I think, is we have a lot of chaos in our heads, and this is an opportunity for us to come in, shut the mind off, get connected to our spirit and our breath, which allows us to connect to the mind, body, and spirit. You come into recovery, and you're telling yourself you're never gonna have fun again, and it's all about changing and finding those activities that you take care of yourself with. It's finding that replacement, and for me, it's, I can go to the gym, I can run on the treadmill, but I'm not growing spiritually, and that's the component that we have to do, is we need to connect spiritually, and the mind, body, and spirit, and that the yoga allows the exercise and to take care of the health in the body and slow the mind down. And that's, give it a shot. It's worked unbelievably for me and a lot of people that I've seen come here in recovery.